South Africa is such a beautiful country with endless possibilities and rich in history and culture due to the greatness of its people. But unfortunately, the current problem in South Africa is that Eskom does not have enough resources and power available at all times to supply the demand. This means that Eskom has to switch off certain areas in the country in order to maintain stability on their systems and power grid. This is called load shedding. And load shedding costs the country between 20 and 80 billion rand per month in losses. Homeowners need power to cook, spend time with family, and kids need to do homework and study. Load shedding affects the whole country, and this creates a ripple effect, ranging from homeowners to large corporate companies. Crime rates escalate, traffic heaps up, and all of this has a negative impact on our country. After a recent study, it was found that a lot of people, especially children, have died due to homemade fires. During the winter months, candles and dong gas are used to keep them warm, and it is also used to prepare food. Businesses suffer great losses during load shedding. Production goes down, and in the end, this affects the economy of the whole country. Load shedding also has a huge impact on hospitals, schools, and tertiary institutions. All of this creates a very negative image of South Africa. It impacts investors' confidence, which in turn affects our economic growth. A group of entrepreneurs and businessmen have developed a system and product that will cure our country of the power supply and demand problem and save our government and Eskom billions of rands, as well as put back consumer and investors' confidence in our country.
Hi, my name is Lindani and I'm going to explain to you how the load limiting device works. This device has got two modes, which will be explained to you later on in the video. When it comes to the installation, the load limiting device will be linked up to your DV board and your current electrical system, which is easy to install. When the system is installed, it is already in the first mode. One of the advantages of this then is that during non-load shedding times, the system will show the consumer how much power they are consuming, which the consumer can now see which unnecessary appliances they're not using, and they can switch those appliances off. This will help them to save money and will also reduce the overall demand on Eskom systems. Eskom always encourages users to switch off unnecessary appliances because the grid is under pressure. This device then will help the users to see how much power they are consuming and will help them to switch off unnecessary appliances, which will then save them electricity. During high demands or load shedding times, the system kicks into the second mode, which then reduces power feed automatically. Eskom can regulate this by ordering any municipality to reduce the limit to any home, business, or even a whole area. A normal household has got 60 amps, and the municipality can reduce it anything from 1 to 60 amps. For instance, Eskom can reduce every household to 20 amps, and this can save them up to 60% of electricity per household. If you're talking about 15 million houses and 7 million small businesses, the saving is enormous. Businesses can continue with their daily tasks while everyone has access to power, which then will have a huge impact on our economy. No more load shedding to cripple the economy of the country. When the system enters limit mode, the local municipality can regulate everything with an easy-to-use software which was specifically designed for this device. The role of this software is to assign a certain limit to a certain area or district anywhere in the country. Eskom can calculate how much power is needed on the grid to supply the country and in return calculate how much electricity or power needs to be reduced in order to maintain a stable system. Now Eskom can do maintenance and shutdown while the rest of the country still has power. This will mean that the average business can continue with effective production and the normal household can continue to function while using lights, 2 stoveplates and their television. The great thing about this is that the consumer can now decide which appliances he wants to use by just staying under the set limit. Every user will be trained on how to use the system, which is very easy to operate. I will now give you a live demonstration on how this actually works. As you can see, the load reducer is on the normal mode and it displays how much amps is currently being used. If you, for example, want to save electricity you can, or even save money, you can reduce any unused appliances. For example, I'm going to switch off the geyser and look, it has drastically dropped. If Eskom decides that there is power that needs to be reduced, they will send out a message to the municipality so that the municipality can inform the users that there is a certain amount of power that needs to be reduced. So the municipality will then send an SMS to the user that they are going to reduce the power to 20 amps, for example. So the municipality has sent out that every household shall be regulated to 20 amps. So therefore, as you can see at the moment, that we are above 20 amps. So the system has went into pre-warn mode that if we do not switch off any appliances to under 20 amps, the system will automatically trip on its own. As you can see, the system has tripped because we were over the limit. I am going to restart then the system again. Everything has been restarted, and as you can see, there is a timer for 1 minute that if I do not reduce anything, the system will continue to trip. Therefore, I'm going to reduce unused or unnecessary appliances so that I can stay under the limit of 20 amps. And there we go. We are at 7 amps and we are under the limit of 20 amps. So therefore, we are pleasing the municipality and we will not result to anything tripping. So a normal household can still function while using lights, 2 stove plates and even the television, as long as you stay under the set limit of 20 amps. Small to medium businesses can now decide which appliances or important equipments they can use, such as computers or internet, but as long as they stay under the set 20 amps. This system is tamper-proof. So what this basically means is that if someone tries to tamper with the system or mess up the system will automatically go into tamper mode. As you can see, that everything has been switched off and it has entered into tamper mode. So if there was someone who was trying to mess up with the system goes into tamper mode. And if the user is trying to rectify their mistakes by trying to fix this, even if they switch off every appliance and try to switch it on again, you will see that the system will continue to be in tamper mode. As you can see that even if the user tries to switch off everything and switch it back on, the system continues to remain at tamper mode and there's nothing that the user can do to fix this problem. The municipality then will receive signal that your system has been tampered with and they will send an investigating team to find out what exactly has happened to your system. It is thus only the municipality that can actually reset and restore the system so that everything can work in your home again. Once your system has been reset, as you can see, the system will go back to its normal mode and everything will be working back to normal. With the economy of the country struggling, load shedding no more will certainly be beneficial to the whole country, all residential areas, and especially all small and medium business sectors.